some people might say 5 minutes. What the change would happen? You're creating a habit on you.
Yeah, just turn up and get a habit established.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is actually really exciting because Mash, as our special guest today, could give Rich the overall win of closest wins set number 1.
This particular one, he's got really shaggy hair, cap on.
Sam Sulek.
They're like mega out of breath. Just getting up sometimes are out of breath.
I just love to join
do
a team of rugby for small people, you know.
Yeah.
That must be out there. There must be a weight division for rugby.
It's nothing about me versus you or you versus me.
I love that. Kind of battle yourself more than anyone else. What is going on, guys, and welcome to Talk Bits. This is a podcast brought to you by the 4-Bit crew. First and foremost, if you are brand new here, please consider subscribing, liking, and commenting. And if you've already done one of those things, thank you so much, because we really do appreciate it a lot. We're really excited because we have got a special guest amongst us today. I'd describe him as a fitness fanatic or an exercise expert. I think the guys would agree.
Yeah, I would.
You would? Awesome. So, I'm going to introduce to you all Mash.
Hello.
There he is.
Thank you for having me.
Not a problem.
Good to have you.
So, what we're going to do is, we'll speak to Mash first, and we're going to talk about all fitness, all exercise, everything that he does, and then we're going to branch off on our own little avenues like we normally do.
Classic.
And have a little chin wag. So, Mash, do you just want to introduce yourself first?
My name is Mahbub Rahman. So another name is Masood, and shortened version of Mash.
Amazing.
So, and I run a few businesses. One of them is fitness.
Fantastic.
And a clothing brand. I do all the personalized clothing or customized clothing. And
Great.
stuff. And sometimes I cook pizzas and stuff.
Do you?
Yes.
I never knew you cooked pizzas.
Yeah, I have just started this business this year. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And where is it based? Where is your business based? Just if anyone watches and wants to come in.
The business called Deadlift, and also another one in North Walsham in Norwich, small town, which is called Urban Bites.
Amazing.
And we cook pizzas in pop-up ways. So
Oh,
any
yeah.
festivals, any wedding, or any small or big events.
Well, that's cool.
Have you thought about doing music festivals, maybe?
Just did this Saturday.
Oh, did you?
For the punk music festival at North Walsham at Black Swan Pub.
And how did it go? Was it good?
It was fantastic.
Oh,
yeah.
awesome.
Nice music, great weather, and a good turnout. People. So yeah.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
Safe to say you're an entrepreneur.
Yes, that's I think.
The best way to describe it.
Yeah, definitely.
No, that's awesome. So we're going to be talking about fitness primarily today, I suppose, but we can branch off. What is it that made you get into fitness and then also get to the point where you wanted to teach people about fitness and also help people get fit? What made you decide that you wanted to do that?
Well, I'm middle-aged guy. I'm 43, 44 running this year. So all through my life, when I was like around 15, 16, I was kind of, active, playing sports and stuff, and started my exercise. And I was always looking for what I love to do.
Okay.
And recently, at one point in my life, I got divorced, and I got plenty of time.
Okay.
And I thought,
Loads of free time.
Yeah, lots of free time. So I thought, what can I do? I love doing fitness always.
Yeah.
Always I've been in the gym, and I thought I'd do a personal training course to become a PT.
Yeah.
I did this, and then I never stopped. And I thought, why not teaching others? And I started with a young lad at 10 years old.
Wow, okay.
And then he did very good in his personal self-esteem improvement.
Okay, great.
Then his mom said, can you train me? So I trained his mom. She's a school teacher.
Oh, cool.
Then his mom came back and says, my husband is a school teacher, as a deputy head of a local high school. Can you train him?
That's great, though.
Yes. And I trained him. And then another child came. And then their friend came. So slowly, stress is growing. As Nathan have a small shed gym.
Yeah.
Same, I started with nothing but little bit of the exercise equipment and myself.
Amazing.
And as you said, what makes me to come?
Yeah.
When I say that I can help people to become their best version of themselves.
I love that.
That's the best
That's fantastic. Definitely.
Yeah.
So me and Nathan and Nathan's partner India, we've gone to see Mash, and I was hurting afterwards. I embarrassed myself on the bench press pretty hard, didn't I? Let's be honest.
No, you didn't. You've been brave.
He
I
did, Mash. He did.
You would say that.
Honestly,
Do you know, for some reason, he's never exercised his chest whatsoever? And I'm not slating on him for it, but I was rather intrigued by the fact that
I honestly
just the bar was a struggle for him.
Doing
He never
this
worked out his chest at all.
was fine. Just doing this was fine, but I could not lift. I could barely lift the bar with no weight on it. I was struggling, but would love to go.
Yeah,
back and do it
genuinely
again.
not trying to take the piss. I just thought it was really interesting.
Yeah, no.
Because, as you say, you never worked it out.
No, really struggled with it.
Because you're a strong guy.
Thanks, Nate.
But it's that
Just
one
this wasn't doing
part.
nothing.
Yeah, sorry, Rich.
I think as well, it's even not the strength there; it's the coordination. So you're
Funnily enough, we mentioned that.
you've got this bar, and it's like, whoa, this is in a peculiar place, and never done this before. And I think that's probably it. And once that gets trained a little bit, then you'll feel so much stronger.
We spoke about that, didn't we? Do you remember I said I've never balanced it? I could barely balance it even.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, definitely. So, in terms of kind of what got you into doing personal training and all that sort of stuff, forgive me if I missed it, but what really got you into wanting to be fitter, if you know what I mean? Was there something specifically that made you decide I want to be fitter? I don't know if we discussed that in detail.
Well, thank you for asking. It's actually my lifestyle
Okay.
and becoming a better version of myself.
Yeah.
So it's like once I talk to people, it's like people would say, I do 10,000 steps or I cycle to work. They will show that I play sports. So these things are not regular exercise to me. I think regular exercise helps those things.
Okay, yeah.
To perform better in those things I mentioned, regular exercise is the most important thing to me to help. Like I played cricket.
Yes.
My friends, so one of our clubs says, our team is, cricket club team is, drinking club with cricketing problems.
That's cool, yeah.
So
Twisting it, yeah.
We go to the pub after the game.
Good.
It's a midweek cricket. We play midweek cricket.
Yeah.
But I prefer, I always say what I do, I just like to tell my friends that after playing any sport, we use our body, yeah? So if we use this room, we have to tidy up.
Yeah.
Afterwards, we do tidy up.
Yeah.
So we are using our body for playing sports. We need to reset it.
Yeah.
And exercise does the same thing. You are resetting your body. So how you will do it, it's up to you. You might do with weightlifting, you might do with stretching. You might do 10 minutes, you might do 5 minutes or an hour. But you should do it.
That's really interesting way of thinking about it. Yeah.
Yes, you might have, performance coaching, what football, you want to perform better in football or cricket or any sports, or you want to cycle better. But the regular exercise mainly focused on your lifestyle.
Yeah.
To become a better friend or better husband or better, son or father, whatever you want.
Yeah. The thing is, for me personally, is that I was never really bothered about exercise at all. And then since working with Nathan, I do so much more exercise than I've ever done because I didn't have enough push to do it on my own, really. But then when I started working with Nathan, and then Nathan and India were like, let's go for a run. And I never ever would get up and go for a run normally. But they were like, let's go for a run. And I was like, all right, I'll go for a run. And then we're like, let's go into his gym and then let's go see Mash. And I would never have done any of it on my own. I just wouldn't have done it. So much better when you're with someone. It's more enjoyable
Thank
as
you,
well.
Nathan.
Genuinely enjoy it.
Amazing.
And doing your work for you, man.
Yeah. Getting his clients in.
commissions.
Getting his clients in.
Amazing.
Yeah. But I absolutely
It's
love it.
easy to stay motivated when there's people with you, regardless of if it's a personal trainer or just people to do it with in your own home.
Yeah.
It just gives you more reason to do it because when you're on your own, it's just easy to make excuses to yourself, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's the main thing. It's just like, I'm just a bit knackered.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a bit hungry.
Yeah. Just blooming standing up and getting changed and putting your trainers on and doing something. That
Yeah.
can be enough of an excuse in your head to be like, I haven't really got time or I've got a lot on or I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
Rich is actually with university and quite into his fitness and stuff like that. So I don't know, in terms of the science side of it and everything, I don't know if there's anything that you want to mention to do with your own fitness and how you got into it or what you would been doing.
Yeah, I think it was a similar kind of story in the sense of I was always involved in sports and things like this for a young age, and then it started getting serious and specialised into one particular sport when I was around about 15, 16.
Okay.
And then I love it. I love it as well. Like some of the things that you're saying really resonated with me about being the best version of yourself, and you know, if you've done some sport, you ought to respect your body and look after it and help reset it rather than go out on the lash. So I really like some of those therapeutic recovery type sessions where you're, you know, going for a gentle swim or you're going for a gentle walk. So something like that just to help ease the body back in. Oftentimes when I do competitions, in the days following that, maybe 1 or 2 days afterwards, it wouldn't be complete. You wouldn't just stay completely still and do nothing. You would go out and do a little something just to help tick things over, just to help ease yourself back in. Because if you stay completely still after you've like completely exerted yourself and done a really intense exercise, you could stiffen up a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's not you know, you got to respect if the muscle's damaged. So you don't want to like hit it again, do you? But you want to kind of do something gentle just to ease the body back in.
Yeah, definitely.
If you say, let's use a 5K, for example, quite a common thing that people do. I would say the day afterwards, probably take it easy, a gentle walk, and then the couple days after, again, just a gentle walk, maybe a little, the tiniest bit of jogging. It depends how fit you are as well, I suppose. What do you think, Mash?
I think you're absolutely right. It's like, you know, recovery time.
Yeah.
You need to allow your body to recover. And also, this is the same application applies to when you are training. While you are training, you are not gaining. You are gaining when you are resting. Or recovering.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
active recovery, what you are saying, which is active recovery. You
Okay.
can just do nothing,
Yeah.
recover, but you might get more painful, like if you get DOMS and stuff,
Yeah.
then you might recover faster if you're active. Do some stretching, or
Yeah.
after 5K, you can go for a walk
Yeah.
or slow jog
Yeah.
instead of another 5K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really important.
How many people do you think don't take the after exercise part seriously? How many people out there do you think are going to the gym or doing something, a heavy exercise, they get finished, they get changed and go home? How many people out there do you think are just not doing that after bit? Do you reckon it's causing some damage out there? Do you think people just aren't doing it?
I don't know. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
If I was
What
brand,
do you think? Tell me.
I think it's probably vast majority. I'd say maybe 75% of people.
Well,
maybe.
I cannot precisely say any
Yeah.
percentage, as you say. You don't know.
because I'm brand new to it, and I honestly think that if I wanted to start it and I was on my own, I wouldn't look after myself afterwards. And I'm going to be really honest, without the knowledge, I probably would do all that exercise and then actually just be like, oh, I'm done now, and not actually think about that after bit. I don't know about you, Hike. I don't know if the after bit I wouldn't do it.
I do agree. Of the small bits of exercise that I've done in my life, or even when I played baseball, that wouldn't be a much. Funny enough, we would have probably a beer after basal in Canada. Do you know what I mean? So, it's actually some people had beers during baseball. A lot of people don't. I definitely don't do that. I when I dabble with it, I didn't really do that. You know, what I mean, I'd be like absolutely pumped out of my mind or whatever, and be like, oh, I've got to just like slouch on the sofa now or whatever for tomorrow.
For like the baseball, the next day, would you feel your arms ached?
Oh,
your
yeah.
shoulders?
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
from not warming down, I suppose.
Yeah. My legs would be absolutely shredded from running the bases and like trying to catch and all this sort of stuff, and like trying to like swing and miss normally, which was worse because you full swing every single time then. Yeah. So definitely shredded after, and that's probably because I didn't do. I mean, you're gonna feel some pain. It's not like you're not gonna feel any pain after the second day or whatever when you're recovering. But yeah, definitely had it bad. That's for sure.
I'll tell you what. After I saw MASH with Nathan India a week or so ago, after we finished, we had to leave relatively quickly. So we did do a cool down, not as long as maybe we should have done, but we did do a cool down, like you said, like yoga, wasn't it? And all the poses. We did angry cat and happy cat. I remember that very well. And then, but I'll tell you what, the next few days, so the second day afterwards, so Thursday, Friday, here hurt, here hurt. But then that stopped hurting. But then here hurt. Okay. But now I'm fine. But that is probably I should have done more of a cool down because we were a little bit obviously against time, weren't we? But
I think you got domes.
Here and here.
It's normal.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you do the bench press and stuff.
Yeah.
So domes are delayed onset muscle soreness.
Okay.
Which you will face it between 12 to 72 hours.
Okay.
In between this time. And some people face really badly.
Yeah.
They sometimes take painkillers to recover from.
Really?
Which is normal.
Wow. So say one more time, just for anyone like watching, what does that stand for? Domes? What?
Delayed
Yeah.
onset muscle soreness.
Okay. That is probably exactly what I had then.
And quite normal.
Quite normal, yeah.
Normal.
Yeah.
I think
I didn't know
did
you had
mention
anything here.
Yeah.
I've never felt
It
anything
sounds
here.
all quite related to the whole chest thing to me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny
If I
how
had to guess.
it worked its way down through the days. It started here and went around like that, but I'm okay now. But yeah.
I think the most important part the hardest part was on this exercise, Nathan, in India, was the burpees and stuff in the heat. High intensity
Burpees.
interval training.
Yeah.
After doing the burpees was the most like out of breath and tired I felt. Everything else kind of hurt quite acutely, if you know what I mean, like quite suddenly.
In a little area.
But those burpees just did all of me.
Yeah.
All of me was tired after the burpees.
I think it's crazy that people have to take painkillers.
Okay.
As Mash said, people have to take painkillers to get rid of their domes or whatever.
Yeah, really.
Not everyone, but some.
There's some people.
Some people.
Yeah.
But it because our body is different. So another thing, when you compete with sports, isn't it? The main competition, there's only one competitor you have on your fitness journey to me as a personal training, which is you versus you.
Yeah.
You cannot
I love
compete
that.
Nathan cannot compete you.
Yeah.
We all are different. We have the weaknesses and strength in different way.
Yeah.
You can be a better version of you. Yes, if you are going for a performance coaching, which is different. Some people take the supplements and stuff for their performance. I never took it because I am not competing like professionally any sports.
Yeah.
Other people, but I would suggest as less assistance as good for you.
Yeah.
As naturally you eat and you have source of all kind of nutrition, nutritional intakes. So go for this and cook your own food.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I came this morning and I saw you boys are cooking your own meal. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, I appreciate
This
it.
is so
I mean,
important.
it was bacon and bread.
No, Nathan.
It wasn't anything healthy at all.
I would say emotional food. Sometimes how you say to yourself, how you talk to you is really important. So if you say, "Oh, I had naughty food," your body will take this food as bad, naughty.
Yeah.
So you say, "It's an emotional food. I need to be moderate.
Yeah.
We need to look after everything. Whatever we do, we are a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Total fitness, emotional, psychological, social, all those environmental. So you need these recreational things.
Yeah,
It's not bad,
Of course.
True.
but yeah, moderation.
I'll take it. We'll have another one after this then.
No. Maybe better idea is a good one.
When I turned up to do my first session with Mash, and I had Lucozade. I had a Lucozade Sport with me.
Oh.
And Nathan and India were drinking their water, and it's my first time I've gone, and I've seen the athletes on the TV, they're drinking their Lucozade and all that. And on the way to into the office or whatever that day, I thought I'd grab a Lucozade on the way because that would be good for personal training. I got about halfway through, and Mash went, "Don't drink that." Mash was like,
I said you
"Do not drink
can,
that."
but it's better to have
But
water.
explain why, because your
Yeah.
science behind why you shouldn't drink it, I thought was really interesting. I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember what you said to me.
I do.
Go for it, because I thought that was really interesting.
Well, while you're training, your body is using the energy you have in your body.
Yeah.
So it's carbs and it's body fat and the energy you have in your body. So if you are supplying some energy while you are exercising, body will instantly use this.
Mm-hmm.
It's in your stomach, it will use it. But if you are not giving this, then body will use the existing energy in your body. So if we take out all the existing stuff from there, so any new things we put in this room, it will be fresh. So while you finish your exercise and give the nice food, the balanced diet in your body will get all those in that, fill up the gap, what has been burned.
Yeah.
But if you're instantly just using while you're training, this is my understanding.
Yeah.
You're spot on. Yeah.
Yeah,
I completely
so-
agree. Yeah.
Your new food is going to your body. There is no room to replace the energy.
Yeah.
So you need to recycle your energy.
Yeah. I thought that was fantastic. I hadn't even
Thank you.
considered. I'm drinking this. My body's going, oh, this is perfect. I'll use this instead,
Yes.
rather than using what I've already got.
Yeah.
Hadn't even thought twice about that.
Well, interestingly, I've said this to you, haven't I? That your drinking habits are probably the only thing that I would criticise about your.
Yeah, true.
habits
I
in
don't drink
general.
enough water or
I
drink
agree.
enough anything. So I need to get a lot better at that. 100%. But
Other than that, you're quite healthy. Though.
yeah, I eat relatively. I don't overeat in any way. I'm not a mega healthy eater, but I'm not indulging on loads of rubbish all the time either. Like I eat my lunch, I eat my dinner, and I eat normal sort of times. I could do with being a little bit healthier, but I'm not bad. I don't think.
That's really important. I don't think you should be a robotic way just to maintain your calories and always in the healthy, or I am healthy, so I don't want to go to the pub and have a pint.
Yeah.
You should have your social and, as I said, all kind of fitness, like
Yeah.
social fitness, environmental fitness, emotional fitness, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you should go just moderation. And if you think like, yes, I'm eating some too much emotional food, you will know this. Change it and step by step, every single little steps.
Yeah.
Suddenly you change your life, not gonna be good. Like you are changing your, losing your weight or gaining your weight. Fast is not good. Nice and slow.
Interesting.
Be kind to yourself and be thankful to yourself that you are thinking this way. It's about intention, isn't it?
So off the back of what you've just said about being sort of slow and steady with your progression, and I don't know if we'll know the answers to this, but when you see fighters having to get into a specific weight class and they're having to quickly pile on or shave off the pounds, and you see them in the saunas sweating it all out, do you think that's healthy?
Look, this is, for long term, I would say no. So
Okay.
I was talking to a girl who is really fast in sprinting, 200 meters sprinting.
Oh.
And she's one of the local lady, very good at her sports. So this is good for your sports,
Okay.
not for you. She's suffering. She's almost on her downwards now because she was on her peak.
Yeah.
She was in national level. Now she's coming down. And she earned some, injuries and stuff. So
Yeah.
any professional sports person, they get some injuries because of their entertaining us. This is good for entertainment.
Yeah.
Not good for long run, your health benefit. I don't think.
No, that's an interesting point. So you think what they're doing is good for the sport,
Good
and
for
you
the
almost think
sports.
that they should do it for the sport,
Yes.
but don't do it for your life.
As a profession, they can do it. They can entertain others. This is their choice. But for lifestyle, you cannot maintain this process for lifetime. No, I
No.
wouldn't suggest this.
Interesting point, Rich. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd
What do
say.
you think, Rich?
Yeah, I'd say that in the sports setting, it may be a necessary evil, something that they do, because if your competitors are doing it in, say, like weight classes, for example, then they can get down to weigh in, and then they sort of balloon up again. But I completely agree in terms of like health and long term. I wouldn't try and shave off loads of weight via losing water weight effectively by sweating it all out.
Yeah.
It's probably not good for your organs, I don't think.
Yeah.
It can't be, can it? Because
not
your
good for
body
your
is.
muscles, stuff like that. Not good for your
It's-
heart.
It's got to be quite an unnatural process to suddenly change that quickly, and it can't be good for your body to suddenly go, "Oh my God, I'm so different within a week."
Yeah.
It can't
Yes.
be good, can it?
So I follow two organizations. I would love to mention them.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
For health benefit. One is our NHS, which is free.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And it says over there that gradually losing weight is like around 2 pounds a week,
Okay.
which is safe.
Mhm.
You can do this. Also, when you're losing the weight, another thing is called the American College of Sports Medicine,
Okay.
or
No.
sports medicine or sports science, sports
Mhm.
medicine. So these two I follow.
Mhm.
I don't go for rest of all those information in the keto and these are many. I'm not against keto or supplement and stuff. I don't take myself, and I talk to the people who was in performance coaching, and they're helping others. They're very good performance coach, and they said also they're not taking any supplements after the performance and thing. They're trying to live like more natural, less
Yeah.
assisted.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
less assistance from the other substance like protein shake, pre-workout, post-workout, creatine, and these sort of things. Your body is our body is really clever.
Okay.
I think there's a bit of a culture these days, I would say, with getting bigger. You see it a lot, right? and that also delves into supplements of like steroids as well, like anabolic steroids and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah,
It feels like there's been a more conversation about it these days, and you see it a lot more about it's all just getting about being bigger and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's always something that I'm like, ugh, that's not good, right?
Before
It
we go,
seems like it's been normalised a little bit lately.
Yeah.
Which I don't really like. You see it a bit more in social media, like it's not weird.
Yeah, they ask like the natural or natty question, don't they?
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
you seen this?
New normal. I did not see which one.
Like sometimes on social media, you get people going around in gyms and they say, they're asking people in the gym that are massive, they're saying, are you natty, as in natural, or are you, what's the other one they say? But they're basically asking them, are you natural or are you using steroids?
Yes.
And as you say, Nath, the normalisation of people turning around and saying, oh yeah, I'm on steroids.
and they're not bothered.
And they're not bothered about it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should just ask him if they're junkies instead, because that's what I see them as.
Oh,
Yeah.
do
So
you?
it's very harsh, but
Yeah.
it's like, they're going to end up with brittle bones by the time they're 50.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
It's just, I don't
Mate-
know. I don't know the science behind steroids.
What
but
I'm
it
gonna
just
have
seems like a terrible idea.
What I'm going to have to do is just quickly call it for a break here, because I like where the conversation's going, but it's going to run for a while, I can tell.
Okay.
So let's hit a pause now.
Yeah.
We'll come straight back after this break, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that, because I can feel we're going to go on a bit of a wild one round the rift. So we'll be back very, very shortly.
Hi guys, make sure to check out the Patreon.
What is going on? Every time he gets to this. What is going on, guys? And welcome back to Talk Bits, the podcast brought to you by the 4-Bit crew. We are in a conservatory and it is getting hot in here. It is a lovely day in May. It is spicy and we love it. We were talking about... Guys, what are you laughing at?
You.
Okay, fine. We started talking about steroids and stuff like that when it comes to fitness. So, and I had to cut us off very rudely, but I don't know if you guys can remember and carry on where we were at with that. So where did it kind of...
We were talking about the normalisation of performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah.
And Nath said, yeah, absolutely. It seems like it's become more normalised. Oh, Jack was saying people trying to get big. Nath mentioned about normalisation, and then I said, yeah, people are going up to people in the gym saying, are you natty? Like as in natural, or are you on drugs?
Yes.
And a lot of people just like, yeah, I'm on steroids, no problem. Quite happy to admit it.
Yeah.
And it's a problem of like people, they're influencers and such. So people are looking up to them. So people are first seeing them, seeing how big they are, wanting to be that big, right? Which then goes, oh, how do I get that big? Well, I need to take 10 mil of whatever and inject in yourself. And it's these people like, I can't remember their names now, but I know this particular one. He's got really shaggy hair, cap on, and he's absolutely massive.
Sam Sulek.
Sam Sulek, right?
It does make good content.
Yeah.
It does make good content. Yeah, but it's unfortunate because it's like, even though it makes good content, it could be producing a load of people that are going to have like potential a lot of issues. Again, I don't really know the science, and as Nate said, we don't really know the science and such. So there could be people screaming in the comments right now, "Oh, you don't know you're 10 mil from your 50 mil."
Thankfully.
Yeah, thank God. But yeah, it just doesn't seem like a healthy thing.
Yeah, from the outside looking in, again, with no knowledge, it seems very unhealthy. Surely that isn't something that should happen. But I don't know. I don't know if you guys know any sort of the science behind it, using steroids or...
Well, I don't know any science, but what I did, as people say, did you try it? I didn't try it. So if you don't try it, how do you know?
Okay.
So what I did,
Yeah.
I trained with the people.
Okay.
So I trained
good,
with
yeah.
people who are taking this type of supplements or steroid and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is following keto, who is following good. And then I found I'm quite competitive in good way. I don't want to try to beat them in weightlifting. I'm quite short. I'm 5'6", but I can lift around 200 pound in deadlift. I can do clean and jerk. I can run long time. I can cycle. It's about the balance, like balanced diet.
Yeah.
How flexible you are, how mobile you are, mobility-wise, yeah, how functional you are, and also what shape you want to achieve.
Yeah.
It's all those different departments in you.
Yeah.
So I would say, no, I did not find any of them who is, even the sports people, lifestyle-wise, I can work like 14, 16 hours a day and happily training afterwards and then again coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, sleeping. So there is, if I'm wrong, let me know. Yeah, there's two things: is food, good food, balanced diet, and good night's sleep.
Mm-hmm.
These two can sort out your 70 to 80% of your health.
Wow.
So you need little bit of exercise just to do the nice and small exercises, like 5 minutes I gave you, remember? Your target was 5 minutes exercise a day, and not every day, 3 to 4 days a week, if possible every day, that's brilliant. And out of this 5 minutes, you can do only 3 minutes of exercises. So every other minute you can take rest.
Okay.
So this is not a big deal. If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
cannot take out 5 minutes for your own health, then you need to keep working on how to motivate yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some people might say, 5 minutes, what the change would happen? This is not changing your world, and you cannot see instant result, but you're creating a habit on you.
Yes.
This is the most important thing.
Yeah,
You're doing
just turn up
Yeah.
and get a habit established.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the most important
Yeah.
thing. And there is no shortcuts.
Yeah.
We all know.
Yeah.
This type of, steroid and the drugs and things, it's instantly giving you fast result. Is it sustainable?
No, it can't be.
How do you feel? And I can see that they might look great, big muscly. Are you good at daily work and things? How is your mood is? How jolly and happy you are?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How
Interesting.
you are behaving with your partner or brother or mom and dad and social people.
Yeah.
Rest of the world.
Is
You
it
know-
worth it? Yeah.
Yeah, well, you see on these social media influencers or whatever that are massive. You'll see them doing for like a video, maybe like a joke. They do some cardio, and they're just absolutely zonked after running for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like mega out of breath. Just getting up sometimes are out of breath.
Yeah.
Do you know, just getting up off the bench,
Taking the stairs up to the gym.
taking the stairs, and they're out of breath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they're massive.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
You know? So-
Yeah. Definitely. Just because of
You
the
need
look.
all those. You have good balance.
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, 100%.
I'm not saying, yes, you getting nice shape is bad. No, of course, I care about my shape. I don't want to look bad. Yeah. I don't want to see that I cannot lift enough. I want to be good at lifting. I want to also see that I'm good at high intensity workout and stuff. Also, endurance based, I want to be good. If I want to go for a walk or run or going out with my children or friends, I want to be active.
Yeah. Of course.
My daily lifestyle, like I can carry the bags, I can do the gardening, I can help the home chores and things. I need to be active this way. I don't want to feel like people are saying, oh, always, our main face comes to our very close ones,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
very loved ones. We just easily said no to them. And then if you look back and you say, can I be better if I was healthier and fitter? It not just looks good. The feel good, looks good, all inclusively.
Yeah. It's all got to be an even balance, hasn't it?
Yes.
After hearing the way that you've spoke about it, and I never thought so deeply into it, but yeah, I think you have to have a bit of it all to be on the money.
Everything in it.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. That was awesome. On that note, we're going to play Closest Wins. So, just to explain to Mash, who is obviously brand new here, we play a game on the podcast.
Okay.
It's called Closest Wins.
Okay.
And yeah, guess as close as you can to what you think the answer is.
Okay.
All right. It is obviously fitness sport related.
Yeah.
What is the heaviest deadlift, straps and like the suit included in the lift? So what is the heaviest deadlift on record ever lifted, all suited and booted up, in terms of kilograms?
Oh,
Admittedly, I don't know if I didn't go deep enough to see if they were using any supplements, any steroids. I didn't look at that.
This is probably might be the world's strongest man
I can't.
record, for example.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce this name, but I will try and pronounce the name after I give the answer.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you think in kilograms, the heaviest deadlift ever lifted involving suit and straps? Because interestingly, when doing my research, there's a deadlift category for not wearing any of that stuff.
Okay, I
And
didn't
then a
know that.
category for wearing that stuff.
Know that.
I didn't actually know any of that, but there were so many answers for people wearing just this, wearing just that.
Yeah.
So I thought just for any people watching at home who are really into it, this is including the straps and the deadlift suit that you'd wear.
Right, I got my guess.
Yeah, me too.
In kilograms, what do you guys think? Richard's
Oh.
really thinking.
So had a punt. Shall I start?
If you guys have all got
do it.
answers, we'll go with Rich and we'll go round.
All right, so I'm going to go for 500 kilograms.
Rich has got 500. Mash, what are you going for?
615.
615,
I've
cool.
got 605.
Very close. Very close. I'm impressed by how close you all are.
And I went
Hike.
500.
500 as well.
Two
Yeah.
500s.
All right, let's see what happens.
So, the answer is 501 kilograms. 501. So we've got a 500 over here and a 500 over
Both are the
here.
winner.
So, this is very interesting because Nathan, obviously, you weren't here for our recent podcasts. When we get to 10 points, we were going to do the reset.
Yeah.
Richard, as of yesterday, is on 9 points.
Yeah.
This
But
is
I've-
very important.
Well, I was just about to say, if you're leading on to talking about what's due in the tiebreaker, I, before knowing that, was thinking that you were just going to give them both points, which does seem fair.
So, but then that would give Rich the win, the set win.
It would.
The only thing I would say is, not necessarily, but Mash, could you think of a question right now in your head and know the answer that these two can guess to see who wins? Like, do you know any statistic or any fact with an answer that you could ask a question to see who wins this episode?
Yeah.
What,
So
you got
how
something?
many bones a human body have?
Good,
Oh, that's
good.
such
Yeah,
a-
I love that.
that is a
I love that.
fantastic
You can
Ha-
Google it as well. If
And do
That-
you know it though?
I know, but
No, let's
still
no, we
Google it.
trust you, Mash. So how?
That's so
This is the
unfair.
decider. This is the decider. Mash has come up with it. How many bones are in the
Yeah,
human
let me just
body?
count.
think-
He's coming.
I think I have an inkling.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You might want to get that checked out, mate.
Let's see. Like, I'll put my number down. Mash can look over and see my number, and don't give anything away. But
Okay.
you know, you can
I'm
see.
I'm going to come in for fun,
Go on, come in for fun.
but just for fun.
Think, Mash. It's around about that number.
No more than 6.
Because I've
Yeah.
got a number
about
that has come straight to my mind, and I don't know why,
Okay.
but it just like came straight to my subconscious. So I'm going to just for fun throw
This-
it in.
This
Yeah,
is
go on.
actually really exciting because Mash, as our special guest today, could give Rich the overall win of closest wins set number 1. 9 points to Rich. Very Mash. Look, there's a lot riding on this.
Okay.
All right.
Mash, we'll let Rich reveal the answer. We'll go Rich, Nath hike, and then Mash let us know.
Yeah.
I'll go. Let them
I
do
will
their
go
thing.
for the
I'll go
closest
after.
one.
You'll go after?
Yeah, let them decide their winner first.
Okay, go on then. Rich, go first.
Jack,
oh,
should we
hikes.
Should we get the same time, Jack?
Mine is so bad.
3, 2, 1. 196. Oh,
He is closer.
Richard's
Not-
closer.
Yeah, not you.
I wrote 310.
Okay.
It's like 206 or something like that.
206 roughly.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Guys,
I'm 206 or 16. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're closer.
Yes.
For sure.
so Richard has officially won the very first set of closest wins.
Congratulations.
Got to 10.
Well done.
So we're going to reset from today. Richard is 1 overall point. We're all back to 0. Awesome. Good stuff. Well done, Rich.
Oh, well
Cheers.
done.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much.
What a day to win.
I know. What a day.
206.
Yeah,
Ah,
206.
It was
However, it's
206.
approximately 300 when you're first born. So
Oh, that's what you knew. That's
yeah.
what, yeah.
I actually genuinely think that might have been what's in my head. It's not the right answer, but
How can it be 300 when you're first born? I don't
Some-
understand.
some
Oh,
is
do they?
Yeah.
Is
know
it
that.
true?
Yeah.
Newborn have 310. Oh.
That's a good factor, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Like,
Great to
so
know.
I think like your skull, your cranium, that fuses a little bit.
Okay.
Your
Yeah.
hips as well, around your sacrum.
Yeah.
Some of them fuse as well.
Your pelvis, your arms, your elbows.
Okay.
It's all the joints mainly, isn't it?
I
Because
don't
they're
know.
all very like flexible.
I think I only have 80.
Ah,
That's what I've done wrong.
yeah. Jack only has 80, so
he's right in
he's
his
right
own
for
way.
him.
Yeah, I'm right my own way.
He
Yeah.
got a few taken out when he had to meet the welterweight division.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to when I was in the boxing championships. I had to get some of my ribs taken out.
Whatever it
Yeah,
takes. Whatever it
just
takes.
classic. Yeah.
Marilyn Manson.
Oh, God.
Remember that?
I've got a couple more bits to talk about. So, guys, and Mash, actually. We'll start with Mash. So, you mentioned cricket, obviously.
Yes.
In terms of sport, we can talk about cricket as well, but are there any other sports that you are specifically into? So you go and play cricket, which I know about, but other than cricket, are there any other sports that you like actively go and play? And that can be cycling or anything. Is there anything?
Gym is my sports.
Gym is your sport. Cool.
Yeah, and chess. I love playing chess.
Do you really?
Do you really?
Yeah.
We should have a game. I like
Yeah.
chess.
Okay. We
That-
can play.
We got a couple of chess fans in the room.
Yeah, great.
I
We might play.
didn't know. And is that just through like like the enjoyment of it, or is there some brain in there, like trying to keep the brain healthy, or?
When I was young, I used to be I would say, for my age, I was good.
Okay.
So I used to, if you know the name Anand, Kasparov, Karpov, those players
Yeah.
in my age. So yes, I used to follow them.
Amazing.
I used to actively follow them. I used to actively follow their moves and then play.
Really?
Very,
Size.
very big in India, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Chess.
Anand is
Yeah, yeah.
big. Chess is big
Yeah.
in India, Bangladesh, and this. Yeah,
That's
it's
amazing.
actually all over the world. I think
Yeah.
it's big.
I was
Well,
waiting.
you see so many of the top players coming out of India.
Yes.
So many top players.
Many came from India. Yes.
They're all really young right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
some of them very young.
Super young,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Is there some sort of specific reason that it is so popular in India, or is it just a popular thing in India? Is it?
Well, cricket is
Chess.
the
Or
most.
chess as well, though. So
Yeah, I think many people over there. So more
just love it.
followers, and it gets cricket IPL is become the second largest sports event in the world.
Wow.
So
Amazing.
because many people over there,
Amazing.
billions of people.
Any other
Yeah.
sports around the room? So cricket, chess. You mentioned baseball earlier, obviously. Snowboarding, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I obviously do snowboarding when I can, when possible. I used to play baseball and watch baseball. Followed the Toronto Blue Jays back when I was in Canada. I used to go to the Koshien High School baseball games. They are one of the biggest events of baseball in Japan. It's like the high school baseball stuff. And it's massive. It's so big over there. So a lot of baseball stuff. Not so much nowadays. It's hard to kind of like watch it, and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, those mainly. And obviously, if you're British, you kind of tend to put on the football when it's the Euros and the
Yeah.
World Cup, right? That's kind of a thing you do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's me.
Any sports, Nave?
I don't
Your
feel like
fitness.
I played sports in a long time, to be honest with you. Last time I played sports was when I did five-a-side football just with a work crew.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, the main sport I've always enjoyed is rugby. But
Yeah.
I don't want to play rugby with people my age because they are just absolute units.
Yeah. And
I just could not compete.
I'm the same. So rugby would be the last thing and something that I would consider playing.
Yeah.
But our fitness in terms of running, though, and exercise, I know it's not necessarily a sport, but
Yeah. Well, I
running's a
mean,
sport,
yeah.
isn't it? I guess.
I
I
just
love
love
to
to join
do
a
this.
team of rugby for small people,
Yeah. That must be out there. There must be a weight division for rugby.
Yeah, that would be awesome if there was.
We should.
I bet there's loads of people that don't play because they just can't compete.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's not a criticism to people that actually play rugby. It's just because it's so high level physically
Yes.
Yeah.
that unless you're like training for it, you're just gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
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 I wouldn't play because of getting potentiality as an injury.
Yeah.
Injury potential.
Yeah.
So
There's touch rugby, isn't there?
Ooh,
Yeah,
good
but
point.
I'd still want it to be contact though. But
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't mind getting tackled by the likes of anyone's builds that are in here.
Yeah.
Like when you come across, I don't even need to explain it or compare. You know what rugby guys are like.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just couldn't take a hit from those
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think touch rugby, you'd still get you'd be able to get the conditioning in,
Yeah.
and there'd be touch and a maybe a gentle barge, but it's not going to be someone full on spear tackling you to the
Yeah,
ground.
Yeah.
Might be a good way in.
You see some of those
Yeah.
players when you watch like the World Cup of rugby, and they are just
Oh, they're
huge, and they're so quick as well. They have everything. It's crazy how they've conditioned themselves in such a way where they're able to look and perform like that.
But
It's-
sports is great way to stay active
Yeah.
and your mindfulness, and of course with the connecting with other people's group sports as well.
Yeah.
So sports is a great thing
Yeah.
and a great habit, but it's not an alternative of exercise to me. You must do the exercise alongside with it.
Okay.
I was picking up from you, like when you're tired, often I found people say, "Oh, I'm tired, so I cannot exercise."
Yeah.
yes. Sorry, I love where you're going with this. I love where you're going with this. Please.
So it's like, I had a long day. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Exercise, you cannot skip exercise for those. You
No.
must go for this.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying to you. The way I tell people, I never skip.
No.
It's just like, I should go home. I'm just leaving work. And then I remember I just praise this to people. And I go
Yeah.
to the gym. Once I'm in the gym floor, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then I can feel like I'm just running out of time. Otherwise, I can continue.
Yeah.
And I'm making some of my personal best of that day.
Yeah.
I felt really tired or I felt really exhausted. And
As like a personal trainer, and you're being quite honest there as well. So you go through that as well. So you go through days when you're
I'm a
I
human.
don't want to exercise.
I'm
Yeah.
after all a human, and I
Yeah.
have a same, like I have to pay bills, I have children, I have family, I have ups and downs, weather bad, weather good, sadness, all those things. Yes, and I love to just lie down and do nothing sometimes.
Yeah.
Or have a beer more than 2 pints, or carry
Yeah.
on with
Yeah.
friends. I love those things, but I like to remember what could happen the next day. And what I do, in my birthday, I went to the gym as well.
Okay.
Because previous night I had drinks and stuff. So I went to the gym, I had plenty of water, and I did exercise. So I can flush out all those things and get back to it.
That's
If
fantastic.
I was not doing active recovery.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that what I do might be excessive to someone or nothing to someone.
Yeah.
In very active people, I'm doing nothing.
Yeah.
And someone doing nothing, I am doing something. Oh, you did very long exercise.
Yeah.
So it depends on you, how you exercise. It's nothing about me versus you or you versus me.
I love that. Kind of battle yourself more than anyone else.
Yes, you
Yeah.
need to just focus on you. Like people came to me and said, I just want to get big. I don't care about health. I just say, this is not me can train you.
Yeah.
Or someone came, I want to be very good at football. I recommend them go to this person. He's a very good, I know many of my friends are great performance coach. And UEA Sports Park is a great place. They have performance coaching locally. So yeah, I recommend them to go there. Some of the people that have, some of injuries or disabilities or, limitation.
Yeah.
I recommend my friends who are specialized for this personal thing.
Yeah.
I am just a guy who knows, I think, how to maintain a good lifestyle.
Yeah.
A better version of you.
Yeah.
Not in specific way you can play good football or cricket. Yes, if you become a better version of you, automatically you can do the rest of the stuff.
Yeah. I think, and kind of off the back of that start that we were talking about, just to big Nathan up a little bit, I think Nathan's been on an awesome journey.
Oh, fantastic.
And then Nathan actually was the person that motivated me to start running. I'd never run. I'd never do anything. I lifted a bit at home. But in terms of the actual fitness side, I know when Nathan went to see you, you noticeably, you look like a different person.
So this is the important thing. So when people comes to me, people tells me, I like to be open and very honest to them, but I like to encourage them and find their strength and what you could achieve. You know what I mean? One of my friend was, I met her after a few years in a pub, and she just said that how much she's struggling with her life.
Yeah.
Because of a big loss on her family. And she lost her husband.
Okay.
I know her husband, I know her son, we play cricket together, she always comes to the ground. And then I said, I was feeling really bad for her situation, and of course I'm her good friend, and how can I be helpful to her? I said, can you come down one day for one session, and then we can find out how it goes. So personal training, when someone lost someone really mentally and every ways is suffering, I'm brave enough, how stupid I could be, about fitness and stuff.
Yeah.
I knew that it might be helpful.
Yeah.
I offered her, she came, and she's more than a year and a half.
Yeah.
She lost like 32 kilograms or something.
Amazing.
And she said
That's
in one
amazing.
point, Mash, my consultancy is not helping me how much I am getting help by this personal training.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So that is an awesome story,
A
actually.
10-year-old boy came to me.
Yeah.
He's out of school, and his parents is very active to look after him. A very nice boy. He came, he's 10, now he's 11. And he came and he started training with me. And then he nicely improving. He did his first pull-ups last week.
Amazing.
And that was his goal, nice and small goal. A 11 years old boy did his first pull-ups.
What a moment.
Yeah. It's not only just this physical thing, also the mental thing. Like I also told him that strength is also how calm you are. It's not, he gets angry with his younger brother.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Yes,
nice.
that's really important. And I will come back to this drug and things, the supplement things. Doesn't make you calm.
Yeah.
So this boy said one day, Mash, I hold my anger for 10 seconds. Many people might say 10 seconds someone hold an anger, but for a 10 years old, saying that, recognizing that he could hold his anger for 10 seconds is a massive improvement to me.
Yeah.
And then he said, but then I lost it because his younger brother was annoying him again. I said, thank you for being honest.
You gotta love the honesty.
What a lovely story.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
I'm really sorry. We've only got a couple of minutes left.
Yes.
That's all the time we've got left.
Okay.
So, Mash, I want you're going to be the last word of this podcast for everyone watching. For anybody out there who has watched this and wants to get into fitness, wants to get into better shape, and wants to just do that first step, what would you say to those people? And you can wrap this up.
The first thing you should do, just set your mind that you want to be fit. That's it. And then make it happen physically. Like you need only a small area, a flow, and do 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, improve gradually. Do something, do stretching, do warm up, do something, burpees or push-ups and things. Just start it. If you do not start, it will not end. So if you start, there is an end. Just start it and never forget why you started.
Love that. Perfect. Mash, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate
for
it.
having me.
And that was the pod. We'll see you guys on the next one.
All right.
Thank
See you
you.
later.
That's
Awesome. Well done, Mash. That was
really, really good.